Hey there, this is Red. It's time for episode 2 of the Keyforge Red Reveals, where we're opening up decks and we're going to give away a deck. All right, so the premise of this is once per week-ish, maybe every 2 weeks, we'll see how it plays out. The plan is to open a deck of Keyforge, and we're going to check the comments from last week's to see who met the requirements of posting the thing that I asked you to post. And then I'm going to randomly choose one of those folks, and you're going to get the choice of this deck that was already open that's sitting out there, or the deck that I'm about to open. So if we take a look from last week's opening, we got Researcher Blayne Partifeather out there, a Sanctum Dis Untamed. And let's see here, do I have it blacked out? Yeah, so there's, whoa, it's going crazy. There's the contents of that deck. So if you remember, one of the kind of interesting things in that deck was there's 4 angry mobs in there, and we've got a bunch of Gloriana's attendants. So the other thing was there was an icon on the Pit Demon, which I didn't recognize. That's a legacy icon, and that says that there's a creature from an older set that got moved into this set that doesn't normally appear in this set. So that's kind of cool. The other thing is with the angry mobs are kind of crazy. So the angry mobs say, because one of the things that came out of this deck is, where are they? I'm trying to find them here. So there's angry mobs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 angry mobs. And what happens with the angry mobs is an angry mob can bring in another angry mob. When he goes to fight, he's got a before fight to go pull in another one. And there's 4 of them. And in this deck, I think there's like 16 or 17 cards that generate shards. So you can almost forge 3 keys just off of the shards that are on the cards in this deck. And if you look at that, I bring in an angry mob, I'm going to fight, I'm going to bring in another one, he's going to generate a shard for me. I mean, and then if you got 2 of them in there, you go grab the other 2, it could be pretty gross. So on the downside to that, I would say, was that there's 4 of these in there, Gloriana's attendants, which really, they just kind of pump up the other stuff that's in there. They're pretty small on the on the side for Untamed there, but they pumped up all the other cards and gave them a bunch of other shards. So it looks like it's going to be a fun deck to play, but I'm not going to get to play it. Somebody else is going to get to play it. So either it's going to be this deck that somebody snatches up, or it's going to be the deck that I'm about to open. So let's figure out first who the winner is. So the way I'm doing that is I went and I looked at all of the people that commented, and there was 4 this week that commented. So I put them all in a database, and I've got a table here. I'm going to create a table. So by profession, I do database stuff, right? So I'm creating a table that's just our entries. And in our entries right now, we've got 4 people. We've got Poppy, Valentin, Jason, and Cam 301. So we're going to throw those names into the table. All right, so we've got 4 rows in the table. And if I do a select star here, I should see all 4. And yes, I see all 4 people in the table. All right, so our last one here is we're going to select from our giveaway table. And we're going to order it randomly, and we're going to grab the top one. So that's going to be our winner, is whichever one we grab is the top one here. So let's figure out who our winner is, and Jason looks like is going to be our winner. All right, so that's cool, awesome. Jason, you're the winner. I'm going to comment later on your reply, then we'll work that out. And there's a Keyforge giveaway rules that I'll link in this episode and the previous episode. And really what that's going to involve is you emailing me, and then me getting you to post something on a thread so I can validate your email that the person that emailed me is actually you, and then we'll figure out how to send you the deck that you choose. So your options are going to be this one that we already opened here, which is the Researcher Blayne Partifeather, right? So there's this one. And what I'll do is I'll register both the decks so you can look at them, and then whichever one you choose, I will unregister, so that way when it comes to you, it's yours to own. All right. So your choice is going to be this one or this one I'm about to open. So let me open this deck up and let's see what we come up with. So I'm going to try to get the paper here. Get the sticker in the paper. All right. And I'm trying to make sure I do this all on camera. All right, so we got some plastic here. It looks like, what do we got going on here? We got a Saurian Untamed Star Alliance deck. All right, so we're going to de-plastic that. Oh, I need more knife, more knife. Don't get the cards, trying not to get the cards, but we're going to get the plastic off of here. All right, plastic's off. Bottom card is going to go in the magic sleeve. So we have the Warded Editor. All right, so I'm going to put this in here because it's got our little UPC blocking thing, and we have the Warded Editor, which is kind of a cool name. I like that. So Saurian Untamed and Star Alliance. All right, so let me move it out of the way here. It looks like there's some enhanced cards in here, so let's go through the deck, see what we come up with. Where are we going to start? We're going to start at the bottom? No, we're going to start this way and flip through. Because I think if I go this way and then flip, we'll end up with our commons first. All right, so what are we going to start off with? We got a Console Primus here. It's our Saurian cards. And he's got an enhance where he's got a capture, so that's kind of cool. That tends to work with the Saurians that seem to like to move stuff around. Then we got a Defense Initiative, which is our next common. Faust the Great. And I like that where your opponent's keys cost +1, so you're going to delay them a bit there, right? And there's a couple of them in there. All right. 3 of them in there. Nice. All right, we've got, what is this one? Sagetti's Gaze. So enhance, so it's given a damage on. Exalt a damaged creature. So he's got both a get and a capture. That's kind of cool. All right, we got the Thorough Centurion, and he's dealing the damage when he comes into play. And we've got another one, but you can see he's not enhanced, so the other one has got the bonus. That one's just the plain one, just the plain Centaur. The other one's got the nice spear and does damage. This one's just got the second-hand spear. All right, so then we're into our, I believe these are our uncommons here, right? We've got our Pterodactyl, which is just the huge big bad. And then a rare, we've got Diplomacy. So that's our alpha. Until the start of your next turn, each creature gains before fight, exalt this creature. All right. Ooh, we got more. More on the Saurians. We've got our So Salt. So there's 2 alphas in here. That's kind of interesting. So you can't reap until the start of your next turn. Oh, that stops everybody else from reaping. Okay. And you're going to get one at the beginning of that. That's cool. That's a another delay tactic from the Saurians. And we have another one in there. Which that's not rare, is it? No, that's a special one. That's our Monument to Faust. So keys cost +1 during your opponent's turn. If Faust the Great is in your discard pile, keys cost +2 during your opponent's next turn instead. So we see a Faust the Great. Hold on, I need to go back. Where was Faust the Great? Diplomacy, Pterodactyl. Oh, that's right. We have 3 Faust the Greats in there. Oh, so that's pretty much going to be, keys are going to cost +2 for your opponent. Nice. Okay. All right, let's see here. So now I'm going to assume we're going to go into our, we're into our Star Alliance. So we're at our basic Star Alliance stuff. So it looks like our Saurians are all about making it tough for your opponent to forge keys. Saurians got, in our Star Alliance, we've got this creature gets +2 armor, and it's going to give you a shard. And we've got the Explore Rover, which I kind of like these ones that they have options of being either a creature or an upgrade. That's kind of cool. That's one of the things I liked about the Star Alliance. Observe You Max. A Red Alert. Sensor Chief Garcia. Wow, so when there's another one that's going to increase the cost of your opponent to create keys. Holy cow. It's going to cost Oh, and another one. So what are we looking at there? So you got your Foss the Great is going to bump it up by 2, potentially a couple of Sensor Chief Garcias in there. Your opponent's going to need like 1,000,000 shards in order to forge a key. Subject Kirby. You can play a non-Star Alliance, which is cool. I think we're still in our common cards here. Quintrino Flux. Choose a friendly creature and an enemy creature. Destroy the chosen creatures and each creature with the same power as either one of those. Nice little clear the board kind of thing. We've got our Stealthster. It's another one that can be as a creature or can be an upgrade. And we're getting into our uncommon cards here, right? So we've got our Transporter Platform. Turn a friendly creature and each upgrade attached to it to their owner's hand. Could be good for you, could be good on them. Universal Translator. Creature gets, during Fight Reap, use a friendly non-Star Alliance creature. Nice. These are all generating shards too. If there are exactly 3 or 4 houses represented among creatures in play, gain 1. If there are exactly 5, gain 2. If there's 6 or more, gain 3. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen that card before. So that's our rare out of that set. And there's yet another way to generate shards. And I'm seeing lots of shards come across as we go through these cards. So I'm going to be really interested at the end of this to count how many shards in here, because it looks like a lot. It looks like a lot of your cards generate shards, and then you've got a lot of stuff that stops your opponent from generating shards. Oh, fight gain 2. Holy cow, that's nice. She's got Skirmish. I like that one. Fandangle. So, while you have 4 or more, your non-untamed creatures enter play ready. Nice. There's some house synergies going on there. A Flumph. So you bump up your other beasts. I just like that card. That's a cool card. And then it looks like we've got the Gloriana's Attendants, which would explain why we're seeing shards like crazy all over the place, because that's dropping some enhance on other stuff. We've got a Lost in the Woods. 2 friendly creatures, 2 enemy creatures. Shuffle them into their owner's decks. Then we've got there are more friendly mutant creatures than enemy mutants. Your opponent's keys cost +2. Destroy, your enemy's creatures cost +2. Oh my god, so yet again, we're increasing the cost. Yeah, it's gonna be like 20 shards to forge a key for your opponent here. Destroy each creature except the most powerful creature and the least powerful friendly creature. There's a take them out. We got a Song of the Wild. And you can reap the gain. Let's see here. Mushroom with a View. I love that card. It kind of reminds me of the Smurfs. So, and it's nice that it heals 1 damage from each friendly creature. So all around good healing. Wild Spirit. This creature gains Reap Capture 1 because your opponent's not going to have enough problems making keys. You need to steal some of their shards. Look what I found. Omega, return 1 card of each type from your discard pile to your hand. Ooh, that's kind of cool. With all the mixed house stuff in here, that could be pretty nice. And then we've got a Scout, which is for the remainder of the turn, up to 2 friendly creatures, gain Skirmish, fight with those creatures 1 at a time. Cool. All right. So let's see here. Here's the whole list. I'm going to throw that out right here. I got her blocked. Yeah, we got her blocked. So there we go. As that list is sitting out there, I'm going to grab this deck and let's see how many we've got. Shard 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Damage 14. So you've got 14. You're generating 14 shards off of cards. Plus, there was at least, we saw 1. You got the one for the Monument to Faust, which is going to make stuff gain +1 or potentially +2. Then we had the Sensor Chief Garcias, which are, when they when you play it, fight, or reap with it, it's going to make them cost +2. So as long as you're doing something with them, their keys are going to cost +2. And then we've got one on the wild side there that also makes keys, while they're more friendly mutant creatures than enemy mutant creatures, your opponent's keys cost +2. So how many mutant creatures do we have there? Let's see, that's not a mutant, not a mutant, not a mutant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See 5 so far. Oh, maybe there's only 5 in here. Yeah, I think there's only 5 in here. So that's kind of, if you were not playing against a one of these decks, then a mass mutation deck, then you're probably doing all right with that. So, but against another mass mutation deck, you're more than likely, well, I don't know. You have to see how many mutants, what kind of deck they've got. So, anyway, what's going on is our winner, which was Jason, if I can recall correctly. Yep, you're going to have a choice between Researcher Blayne Partifeather or the Warded Editor. So I'll ping you in the comments from last episode, and then we'll work out how to figure out which one of these two that you want, and then I'll work on sending one to you. So that leads us to what are the requirements for the next one of these. So when we go to do this next week, what do I want in the comments? So in the comments to this one, what I would like would be, we'll go with a house again. So let's go with your favorite house. And then, let's see, last time we did a number between 1 and 100. Instead, we'll do a color. So we'll go favorite house and a color are the two things that I'm looking for. If you have that in the comment, that'll qualify you for an entry for next week. And I will open up whichever one Jason doesn't pick will end up back on the board. And we'll open up another mass mutation and see what's in there. Who knows what could be in there? I don't know. I have no idea. And I don't know, maybe I should try to figure out what the SAS ratings on these decks are. I think the other one came out like a 60. I don't know how reliable SAS ratings are at this point, especially with the mass mutation and the bonuses that they give and how that flows through. I don't know. I've been reading about some low SAS decks doing some pretty good job of playing. So, we'll see. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll let you know, Jason, if you guys want to be entered for next week's one, comment below on this one. We need a house and a color, and that'll get you entered, and only one entry per person, and we'll go through the same thing next week where we'll put everything in a database. We'll randomly select somebody, and you'll get potentially whatever comes out of the new box, plus the option of whatever's left over. You'll get to choose one of those. So, all right, awesome. That's it for now. Looking forward to next week, and thanks for watching.